Yeah. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton. We got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight because if you have been watching news from this past weekend, I think you all have seen the brawl with Cam Newton at his recent 7-on-7 football tournament. And what I wanted to dive into the conversation is, and this is a conversation we had before regarding avoiding conflict before it starts, but what I wanted to talk about in depth because this was a real world example that I think we can discuss and have a good conversation about because a lot of the information that when I hear people talking, I've been totally in disagreement with the way some people have been responding and looking at it. So hopefully we have a spirited conversation. I want everybody to make sure that you're not only putting information in the chat, calling in and stuff. And I think we have a good time today. Again, we're talking about how avoiding conflict before it starts. In depth speaking about the Cam Newton situation at his 7-on-7 tournament this past weekend. Before we get started, again, I'm Deontay Burton, and this is Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton. Before we get, damn, I'm about to forget. On Change the Live, we talk about personal development, motivation. I'm about to house Mr. Short Dollar stuff.
That tax season got you, bro.
Hey,
that
boy,
tax season got you all discombobulated.
Yes,
it's
sir.
okay. It's
Yes,
okay.
sir.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, we good to go.
It happens to the best of us. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Right now we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. Again, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. Our main hub is the Changing Lives YouTube channel, where we have over 900 videos covering those subjects I just mentioned, being motivational, personal development, from a parenting perspective, a lot of good motivational information there. So if you haven't, you can go to the YouTube channel, Changing Lives, hosted by Deontay Burton. Subscribe and take advantage of all the great information that is currently there. Also, before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother? It's
Hey,
another
man.
Thursday.
Shit, another Thursday, but we done made it.
Best day of the week, right?
Absolutely.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was cool, man. Weekend
Okay.
was cool. Got a chance to relax. Look at TikTok already.
Already? All you said was hello.
Oh, boy, I tell you. I tell
Can't
you.
get a TikTok break around here.
Um,
Yeah, TikTok break.
you
So how
know,
was your weekend?
weekend pretty good. Weekend pretty good. Had a good time. It's just age restricted. We had a good time. Got a chance to really work. You know, did a little decompressing, hanging out, but overall it went okay.
Okay.
This week been pretty busy.
Real breezy.
Been real busy. Tax season, you know, we doing pretty good. You guys didn't know I am an accountant by profession. I own a company, Majestic Business Services. We're a one-stop shop, small businesses, bookkeeping, tax prep, payroll. And it's my 23rd year in business, man, and we still rocking and rolling like it was in the early 2000s
Right.
when we first started. But
Right.
boy, we need naps and shit. Man.
You ain't as young as you used to be, so you need a couple of naps here and there.
Shit, more than a couple of them. I ain't gonna front to you on that. Shit, I need more.
Right.
More than
20
a couple.
hours a day, so you don't have to work 40 hours a week. That's
Yes,
when it
sir.
kick in, right?
Yes, sir.
That's when it kick
I
in.
talk too damn much with that.
But then think about the rest of the year. Look about how you gonna be chilling on your patio the rest of the year.
Shit, I was
Smoking
like that shit.
cigars at
What?
12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, you know what, man? Oh, shout out to my baby boy here in the studio today. What's up, Will B?
Oh, we got shout out Slick too. Hey, Slick.
Oh, I thought I said Rick. Oh, Lord, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Rick. My other producer, Slick316. What's up, Rick? I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
My other baby boy's in the studio doing
What's
his
going
work.
on, Will?
Will B, what's happening?
He on that.
Just say what's up, man. But yeah, man, it's been pretty cool. But like, to your point, man, business been good and everything, and I got a lot of shows we're gonna talk about next month. I want to give my perspective from a business owner perspective, because I know a lot of people, especially being in Atlanta, everybody want to go down the entrepreneur track, but
Right.
then,
Right.
their perspective and the actual realistic perspective of being an entrepreneur can be totally different, especially what we see on social media. But we're talking this particular subject matter, avoiding conflict before it starts. I was, I think a lot of times people look at stuff and they say, "Hey, man, I can't believe what's going on."
Right.
Oh Lord and stuff. But I probably, just like anybody else has seen what happened. We're kind of caught off guard at what happened. We're talking about the Cam Newton 7-on-7. If you didn't notice, what started it, was going to be hearsay.
Hearsay started.
It's going to be hearsay in regard to people saying, Cam trash talking, people trash talking. What we do know there was a rumble or interaction or whatever. And The reason why I had this conversation because all week long, I've heard all these different sports commentators and everything coming out saying, it didn't make any sense because Cam, gives to the community. He does certain things, and you can't help people with doing stuff. And then some guys coming out saying he was a target, and you got to be careful and stuff like that. People just, ignorant people want to live out their dreams.
Right.
Then I see the brothers come out that was part of it. What was TSPT, TPS. I don't know the name.
Right.
We know the main, the number one training program in the whole state of Georgia, which what your boy was in depth part of.
Right.
That being I Dare You, it wasn't I Dare You. But anyway,
right.
Got to get that out. But
wasn't that.
wasn't that. But regardless of what the name was, the guys came out and they were talking about, Cam been instigated and they've been a troublemaker and everything. And so, everybody got a different perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, guys. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Feel free to call in because I want everybody to, put your conversation, in the chat also. What's going on, Chris? What's going on? Podcaster Shayna. Sexy Redbone 28. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Get a chair real quick.
And you had different people, different perspectives, posting those videos and stuff. And I just want to have this show to talk about it because a lot of the stuff that I was hearing, I just wasn't going with from, fundamentally how I looked at it, because I coached rec ball for over 20 years. 22 years I coached rec ball. And I got a son that's a high school coach. And, I love sports and, just being, and plus I grew up in the city of Atlanta, playing park and rec, football and everything, and then going through playing football all through high school and stuff. That was quick. Thanks for calling Change Your Lives. What's going on?
Going through playing football all through high school.
Thanks for calling Change Your Lives. Who's calling?
Yeah, I'm interrupting your show.
No, it's cool. Hey, you got to cut your radio down the back.
Down.
We got a feedback.
Oh, it got me on the speakerphone. Hold on, Pooch.
Okay. That Chris. Hey, my buddy told me to call him.
Hello?
I'm talking. He called his son. What's happening,
Can you
Chris?
hear me now?
Yeah, what's happening, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Hey, man, what you talking about Cam on that, ain't
Yeah, I'm talking about Cam because, I'm going to tell you, I got a different perspective from a lot of stuff that I've heard the past week on both sides. And, but before I get to babbling in my mouth, man, did you have something to chime in about it?
Nah, yeah, man, I just want to know. I really, they be hating on Cam so hard, right? And look, I was hating on Cam too, not really hating on him because I've seen him a few times. He got
Hold on one second, Chris. Did he come out? Hold on one second, Chris.
That ain't him.
That ain't him?
That ain't me.
So what happened?
That's him.
Chris, are you away from the mic? I hear him on the phone.
Yeah. No, it's him. It's him. I can't. He did something.
Hey, Chris, did you do something on the phone?
Tell him to call back.
Hey, Chris, do me a favor. Hang up a call back because something with the connection. I can hear you on the phone, but here on the speaker. Can you hang up a call right back?
Okay, I got it, man.
All right, thanks.
I'm sorry, y'all. don't make me in the camera. I gotta be in the camera. Push the button.
Like I can hear him on the phone, but I couldn't.
Couldn't hear him through here.
Couldn't
I
hear
don't know
him
what
through.
happened. I don't know what happened.
What's going on, Chris?
See, it's him.
Chris?
Did you push the move?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I hear you loud and clear, brother. But I'm
can you hear
listening
me
to
now?
Yeah, I hear you now. What's going on? Now, what was you saying?
Nah, I said, look, at first I was hating on Cam because, what's going on. I done met him a few times. He had a fucked up bad attitude, even when I patronized his spot. But the thing I'm saying is, them cats ran up on him and they got handled. And I think, everybody was like, they was thinking of some kids and this and that, but it was some grown-ass men and they got handled. So the thing is, don't run up on nobody you can't handle your business. And whatever the situation is, if somebody talking shit, bro, hey, if you can't back it up and you can't do that about it, don't even run up on it.
What? Okay, well, check this out, Chris. I'm just tell you what my perspective is. and I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just telling you the whole premise of the show today. Cause we talking about avoiding the conflict before it start. This and that's why I'm bringing up.
Okay.
Just think about it like this. No, and I ain't disagreeing with you, but this was my thing. Anybody that knows that whole, park and rec culture, 7-on-7.
Right.
Everybody japping from the get go. You know what I'm saying? You gon'
Oh
you
yeah,
got,
believe it.
You got thin skin. You can't even do park and rec anywhere. Because you know what's going on.
My kids, I grew up in and my kids. I know what you're saying.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So you know what's coming out from the gate. They cussing. You might smell. You might smell weed. You might got gambling going on the side. Now, I'm not saying that's what would happen.
They drinking. There's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah. Now I'm not saying that's what would happen at the 7-on-7, but I'm about sure that it was jaw japping on both sides, bucking and on both sides. The thing that I was sitting there and what had me thinking about this, me and my oldest boy were talking last night. My oldest boy, high school coach, and he brought up. He said, "Well, man, you gotta defend yourself." And see, this the thing that I was saying is, I know I got a temper, and I know a lot of time we sit there and we put ourselves in certain spots. We understand, like we in certain things. If I'm talking mess and you talking mess and everything, we might got a temperature gauge where we say, okay, look, they might be going too far. I ain't really like what he said. I can kind of look at him. I might have went too far with it and everything. But we got to be smart enough to understand, like, look, we can only go so far. And this the reason why I want to say this, though, Chris, is because at the end of the day, they got to fighting. It could have went a whole different direction. Four had pistols. Somebody somebody could have failed to hit their head. Because if you seen, just like I seen, them at one number some damn Kmart security guards. I don't give a damn they were APD or what. They out there trying to get damn photographs and signatures. I mean, real talk. I mean, if anybody got a different perspective, they welcome to call in. And I want to say that to say that stuff could have went in a whole different direction. And I ain't even trying to get too deep into even the role model stuff, because again, like, I know how the atmosphere is, right? But you got to be conscious enough, like, look, I can't go that far. I can't go that far with this dude here, you know what I'm saying? Because we already, going at a spot, testosterone there, egos there and stuff. We can only go so far. And so, like, we really lucky. Everybody lucky. And probably the reason why it wasn't guns involved, probably because everybody probably just maybe courteous enough to leave them in the damn car. I'm pretty sure guns on the premises. Right. And that's the thing about we know right now, shit, ain't nobody fight. And I'm gonna be honest with you, hell, I don't know too many damn men north of 40 try to fight any damn way. You know what I'm saying? So
you talking about we ain't got the stamina or nothing.
Exactly.
The thing is, like, them cats, they probably wish they had their gun.
They probably wish they had a gun, but even still, dog, like, this go from the side of Cam. Like, look, man, I ain't got time to get into this. I don't know how this gonna go, cause we see the film will say, okay, they jumped at him, they bucked at him. But I'm about sure that prior to all that happening, that fight, you probably seen him, I seen him at a 7-on-7. And again, this ain't taking nothing from the brother. I appreciate what he does for the community. I appreciate the tournaments. He was one of our sponsors with I Dare You So and everything. So this not a knock on him. But I'm about sure before all that happened, he will, P this, mother this, that, and that, and they all going back and forth at it with each other, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm 150% sure I wasn't there, but I bet every dollar I got, everybody in there on 10 like that, right? So that was just how that was. And what it just really showed that, we know the line got crossed and people got touched, but probably a line got crossed with some words prior to that. And that's why I say sometimes, man, we got to be careful, especially as older men. We say, look, we OGs, we trying to do this, that.
Right.
We know young guys look at us, and we can say that and say, well, look, man, y'all don't take it that far, put the pistol down and fight. But really, truly, you don't even want to fight because you don't know how that going to go. You don't know how that going to go with that. At the end of the day, if Poochie got money to make, Chris got money to make, we sit out here and get the fight next. We down there, at the police station. Because he said this and she said that. And that's why I want to have that conversation because, I'm pretty sure way before then, that was a moment. Everybody could have kind of like, look, man, I ain't studying this shit. Let's go on and get to it. And we got to be kind of careful with that. And I really don't think people really think about that, especially when we talk about our culture. Because straight up, Chris, one thing about it, you sit there and look at the world leaders. And I talk about this all the time. When you see Biden sit down, or Trump sit down, he talk to somebody from China, they talking from Putin, they sit down in chairs, they civil, they having a conversation. Why? Because they know these are men. They understand if they fight, people might die. People might lose their life. There gonna be wars behind it. So they need to be men sitting down.
Right.
Boys go off that emotion. He said something to me, that nigga this, that, now I gotta go on and get this, that, and that, go get the pills. Now that nigga looking at me, that my ops, this, that, and that. That's what boys do. But when you sit down as a man, hey bro, let's talk. Let's talk. But what be done happened, we done went so far left. We
Like you said, I understand what you're saying, bro, 'cause it's better to squash this bullshit than to keep it going.
Absolutely, because I'm gonna tell you what threw me off was, it seemed, this the bullshit that got me. Because I seen so many interviews on ESPN and everybody was saying they bucked that count, but I'm pretty sure that Cam had enough to do with instigating. Like, I can't say it's rooted in jealousy. See, I can't say folks be jealous or folks be hating or people that don't care about the community. I feel like probably when Cam was there, Cam was being a straight nigga. Like, hey, cussing. It's just an atmosphere, not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Just hanging out.
It's competition.
Okay.
It's competition. We score, y'all score. They in the same way. And I might not should have used the N word, but I'm just saying, but I'm just saying that with the atmosphere, like we're doing it, right? If you go in the Red Ball 707 tournament, you know what I mean.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure so I don't necessarily know if people were looking at it like, let me get him because he in the NFL or this, that, and that. I think it was just level ground. We scored, we beat y'all, this, that, and that, because that could have been Cam team, it could have been my team, it could have been Chris team. It's going to still be the same level of jaw jabbing. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But the issue came up when I heard, like, even the people on, the ESPN saying that, no, I don't think they were that. I don't think that it was just a hating on him. I just think that people don't really, we got to be careful with this atmosphere. Even when they had the guys respond back from the coaches, they came on, they've been on different platforms. I'm going to say this before I even go further. And this for young guys. Hey, man, let me say this, man. Don't admit shit until you talk to a lawyer. I seen a press release put out, saying that, it was instigated by Cam. Don't admit shit unless you got a proper PR or attorney. Post nothing or say nothing, because you can't tell me that your lawyer, because we know how this is with social media and everything.
Right.
It's some shit you could have did 2 or 3 weeks ago, or 2 or 3 months
That's
ago,
gonna come up.
and you don't told on yourself and say something, and you got somebody overzealous DA want to press charges. Like now.
Oh
yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen them guys come out and the brothers was saying like it was instigated by him, by Cam, and all this other kind of stuff. At the end of the day, and I played ball my whole life, and I always remember Coach always saying, the ref is always going to catch the person retaliating. You sit there and you play sports, and you tell them all the time, look, they going to talk mess, they may do some stuff after, and that's any sport, football, basketball, whatever. They may do something after the whistle blow, keep it composure because we can't really lose it, right? So, as men that's talking to young men, we OGs, we tell them to keep their composure. Are we doing a good job of that?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, man, one thing.
We doing a good job.
Yeah, because one thing about it, Chris, me and you in the same boat. We got a lot of people that we got a lot of blind influence. And what I mean by blind influence, it's a lot of people. If Chris say something, they not gonna question it. If Chris say, man, that joker there, man, he a sucker. That dude, that man, he hated on me. That joker stole some money from this, that, and that. People gonna believe Chris because they trust Chris. If Poochie say something about certain things, people gonna believe Poochie. Like, they not gonna question it. Well, Poochie, you sure he meant that, this, that, and that? You might got 1 or 2 close friends, but when you got that blind influence, a lot of people will believe you without scrutinizing because they trust you.
Right.
There's a lot of responsibility and having blind influence.
I'm saying.
It's a lot of responsibility in that, and a lot of people, most people, don't use it right because they'll say stuff about somebody, which is their opinion.
Right.
You're entitled to feel how you feel about somebody, but you gotta be very careful when you say certain things, and you know folks gonna believe you. Now again, you can't control that a person ain't strong enough to know right from wrong or ask questions. You can't control that, but you do got a responsibility when you know that you got that kind of influence on people to not, be careful with that, right? Huh?
We're gonna let him go.
Right.
Huh?
You gonna let him go.
What was it?
Right.
So that's the thing about it. So that's what I wanted to kind of just throw with you with that though, Creed. You know what I'm saying? With everything. Hey, bro, I'm gonna give you a call.
Oh yeah, I can't go. Yeah, I bro. Hold
Hey,
on, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna take you out the rest of the night.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow, man. I need to rap with you about some stuff too, man.
Believe me, call me.
All right, man. Appreciate you calling in, man. Take it easy. That my boy Chris, man. My brother with BMU, man. Appreciate you calling in and everything.
That's right.
But
That's
you,
right.
but you get what I'm saying, like that blind
Yeah.
influence, because, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like that threw me off. Like when I started, just the chain reaction of everything.
Uh-huh.
Of course, I'm just like everybody else seeing it,
Right.
and you hate seeing it. But like, damn, man, did it have to go that far?
Yes, all I saw was just the fight. I didn't even get into the why, the who, what, where, why, and when, because it's just like I don't think none of it's really necessary to me. That's just my opinion. Like sometimes I don't know if it's the cameras that make us be so hyped about every little thing.
I don't
Or
even know
what.
I don't even know they do it with camera. I think it was just testosterone.
Well, I mean, they had to know somebody was filming something because it's Cam Newton.
Yeah, but I think that was just testosterone, and that could have been at the parking lot.
Uh-huh.
That atmosphere is different.
I've never been around it.
When
I've
you
never
start
been around.
going in there, is man. That's why I say
It's football.
It ain't football. It could have been an AAU basketball. It could have been a baseball. It just people being competitive. Hey, MF, we're gonna beat y'all. We're gonna do this, that, and that. That's the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And I will bet every dollar, everybody, both sides were rocking like that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure everybody were good coaches, and they probably good men. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times you get them atmospheres, that's how it is. And so a lot of times people just, that trash talking go too far. I ain't saying that, again, I ain't never been no talker. They ain't never been me or anything like that. And I never knocked it. But at the end of the day, I never just, it go in one ear, go out the other. You know what I'm saying?
DJ Doc Ramadan said there really ain't no reason to disrespect to that level though.
What do you mean by
regardless.
disrespect? You talking about what people were saying? Or?
I guess the whole fight and the whole situation going on in total. That's what I guess he mean. I mean, wasn't there children out there and stuff? Like, wasn't there a children's event? Like,
I don't know if it was a high school or middle school, level, and there have been folks that had families and stuff like that and everything. We should
putting hands on a man.
Well, I'm gonna say this too, and what I don't know is, and I agree with it. What I say and I don't know, what we see is what we see on the film.
Right.
I don't know if it was pushed before, some hard words before. I don't know.
Right.
And again, like, it's cool, I say this about you. The line is crossed when somebody touch you, because you can,
right.
you can say what you say this, that, and that, and everything like that.
But until you touch me,
yeah.
Then we got a problem.
The issue come up is to the point you said before, because like I said, me being a coach and even being a youth organizer, I organize with different things. Like, we can't let it get that far because what you just said. We got the kids out here, we got the families out here, the women out here. We got to just be careful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before we let it go that far, because, this ain't, like I said, man, this ain't street fight, man. These jokers out here crazy. Like I said, you got, you actually got murderers. And I'm going to tell you something. Murderers and this and all kind. You never know.
Some people just want to make a point.
Want to make a point and make a scene.
They might not be murders until right then.
And they might be damn boring ass accountants
Right.
like me
Right.
at that time.
Right.
They just lost it and snapped.
Right.
And be sitting in a situation, man, what the hell I done done? What the hell have I done?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that could have been, like, they might be lucky they was at a Cam Newton. Hell, they might have been at a Matt Ryan camp. Shit, everybody. Once curse words came out, they got everybody with damn, zip ties locked up. Huh?
Right.
I'm being serious now.
Right.
I'm being serious, man. You know,
Right.
you have to be very, very careful because that's why I want. Had this conversation. We talking about avoiding conflict before it starts. Far too often, especially like I said, us OGs, we sit there and look like, hey man, you gotta handle it. Hey man, before shit get that far, we gotta be smart because again, we're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
We're lucky. It's embarrassing that nobody. And I'm pretty sure them guys regret what happened,
Mm-hmm.
but we lucky that stayed like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Far too often we see folk getting shot and whatever because like what was it about? It was an argument over, huh?
That's what I'm saying because I'm sitting here still sitting here thinking to myself like, what was it really about? Like what? I mean, at what point us as grown men, OGs, grown men, whatever, because these was grown men. At what point do us as grown men say, you know what? What he said ain't worth nothing. Because at some point, regardless who put their hands on each other first, the person you have to stop and say to yourself, it ain't even worth it. You get what I'm saying? Because why must we always show so much testosterone?
Well, one of the biggest problems is we let it go too far.
Right.
See, I shared that story that time when I was at my Riverdale office.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting over there in my car back then, and the guy he had those San Francisco truck.
Right.
I mean, about to fall apart. He almost hit my car. I'm honking, and he rolling with it down. Mother, this, that, and that. I ain't about to hit your car. Stupid Poochie.
Mm-hmm.
Roll his window down. Man, my bad, dog. I about to hit my car. I ain't about to hit your car. Man, I thought you about to hit my car.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't even roll my window down.
Right.
Because I got a client finna cut me a check
Right.
in my office.
Right.
That's all I need to be concerned with.
Right.
I might could have felt some type of way. He didn't hit my car.
Right.
But because when I rolled my window down, I put myself in a position for my feelings to get bothered.
Right.
Right?
Right.
He said something out the way to me, and then my dumb ass responded.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know. He could have had a pistol. He could have kicked my car. He could have said one more thing for me to be like, man, I slapped, whatever.
Uh-huh.
My dumb ass would have responded. And you know how stuff could have go. You know what everybody would have said? What the hell put you there arguing in the Dollar General parking lot? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, for real. I mean, real talk. Real talk.
Mama came here a long time ago. Hey, Mama.
Hey, Mama, what's going on?
Hey, Mama.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I say all that to say, you said, at what point you can't engage?
Yeah, you can't engage at all, and I'm guilty of engaging.
Because you got some people that can, I mean, with the best of them over and over and over and over again. Like that ain't never been me, and I don't trip on anybody that trash talk. But I will say at the end of the day, one thing about it, and one of my mottos: control your controllables.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't know how far your controllables are gonna go, and you
Right.
definitely don't know where the other person is. Like they could be a total damn head case.
Right.
They the stuff you like. Well, I ain't gonna say that about his woman. I ain't gonna say that about his kids or his mama. But hell, you say something about his forehead, you don't know what kind of stuff that sends them into, right?
Right.
So, and I don't want to be petty Betty about it, but we don't know.
Yeah,
and that's why we
don't.
got to be careful with it. Like I said, we OGs, and one of the biggest things we pushing the young guys, hey man, don't do this, and all that kind of stuff. And that's the thing about it. I'm telling you not to have your feelings into it. Don't be sensitive.
Mm.
But then here I go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm saying the same thing, but I'm guilty of it too.
and-
That's why I stopped carrying my gun with me in my car, because I don't know. It's like people. You know what I'm saying? People really can really mess up your day, and the way they act like they're so entitled to whatever's going on.
Yeah.
It just gets your goat. Like it's just like, man, like, why do I have to even deal with you folks? Like it's like, and they might be saying the same thing about me. But sometimes you deal with people for so long and deal with people all day and they crap and they mess. Then on your way home, you got this idiot cutting you off, slamming on brakes for no reason, just because he can. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's what escalates the situation. Doc Robinson, Slick said people pulling pistols on people out here. And Doc Robinson said, ain't no real reason to engage. Nobody cares what we got to say.
You never know about the sensitivity level.
Right.
What may not be a big deal to me may be tremendous to you.
Right. That's the difference.
Does that mean I'm solid, you're a punk? Now,
Right.
we just don't know. You know what I'm saying? There are conversations you can have with a friend of yours, a family member that you know well. You're like, all right, they know me, they ain't gonna take it.
But you're not gonna have the same situation, same conversation with a stranger. It's gonna be a totally different outcome.
Or in public,
right?
You know, you might sit here and call somebody a P or this, that, and that. Now y'all might be the cigar shop or the barber shop. Like, boy, you crazy, boy. But you say it in front of people, and then you hear that, ooh, ooh, and it get quiet, and people just. Here you go.
Right.
Here you go. You know what I'm saying? The whole temperature change. And that's why I say sometimes you got to be careful with that.
Well, what happens when you don't engage, as you and DJ Dot Ramadan says, what happens when you don't engage, but they still are engaging you? That's at what point do you decide that you need to protect yourself? Because Slick said you got to protect yourself.
Well, is it, you sticking the voice? I'm going to share a story. I remember when I was coaching. Mm-hmm. And I told the guy, he kept coming on the field. And I would always tell my parents, hey, man, when we at practice, y'all stay outside of the fence.
Okay.
If y'all got an issue or something like that, ACO and they holler at you, I'll come to you, right? But don't call your kids, don't talk to your kids or whatever. If you want to cheer, hey, good job, go boy, cool. But at this time, I respect you, you know, just let me have one L now. Like, if it's a mercy, or you feel like something wrong, whatever, call one of me and one of the coach staff over there, we'll do that. But while they over here, you know, because I always say, shit, if you want to talk to him, you know, bring your ass over here and coach.
Okay,
right?
okay.
One day, it was a guy came on the field, kept talking to this, you know, talking to one of the kids. I said, hey, Dad, and that was early in the, we hadn't even played the first game, so it was early. I didn't know all the parents. And I said, hey, Dad, you got to get out of the fence, off the field. He just kept talking. I said, Dad, you got to get out of the field. He said, nigga, you going to make me. You know, everybody, woo, 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 woo. I said, no, man, Clayco is. And he sat there and looked like, nigga finna call the police. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not finna.
Right. In front of his children, too. Right.
I ain't got time to play with you, man.
Right.
Like, no, am I gonna make you now? Clayco out there in the parking lot.
Right.
You got 10 seconds. 5. I'm not finna engage in that.
Right.
Lab, I'm a business owner. I'm a parent.
Right.
I ain't got time
to be these kids.
You think I'm finna argue?
Coaching his kids at that.
Well, he said I ain't no pop. I'm an uncle. It don't matter.
Right. You
Clayco coming. Right. My whole thing. I know me. I got all this stuff going on. What the hell I look like having a conversation with you about stuff you know better. Right. You know the rule.
Right.
That's one of the things where I always try to push. We sit here and tell kids to do right and wrong, but we not doing it. And you know, like I know kids hear us, but more attention, they pay attention to what we do.
To what we doing.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
And that was the thing. And you know, I had a parent came to me and said, hey, Cole, I appreciate how you handled that. Cause you know, dumb poochie would have been like, yeah, get out of money. And then I'm out here arguing. No, man, I ain't finna do that with you.
Right.
And the guy, he sat for about 5 seconds, walked right off.
Got off the field.
Because I wasn't finna entertain that. So to answer your question is, how do you protect yourself? First, confirm that it's a threat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
but like you just said earlier, you don't know what's going on in people's head. It might not seem like a threat until it's too late.
I don't know, Larry.
I mean, you talking about the world. We're talking about the world today.
Well, Larry,
we're not talking about when we grew up back in the 80s and 90s.
If somebody attacks you at random, that's a whole different story. But if I see us having any kind of, and again, guys, tonight's conflict, we're talking about avoiding conflict. Well, avoiding conflict before it starts, you know, in response to the incident with Cam Newton this past weekend. Feel free to call in at 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number 678-740-9894. Now, like I said, if somebody's just a threat.
I'm not talking about random. You may have had, like you said, with the guy on the field, the uncle on the field, you said how Clayco is, and he got out the field, and you thought it was over. Then when you get ready to come to your car, it's back on again. You know what I'm saying? Like, people do that kind of stuff.
That's just like I coach. You don't think I was getting cussed out? Hey, I tell the director, hey man, get the dude out here, cause I know how this going.
Right.
I can't. Thanks for calling Change Live. Who am I speaking with?
It's Ramadan.
What's going on, Ramadan?
Okay, what's going on?
What's good with you, fam? I had to call in because I'm feeling the pressure on this too. You know what I'm saying? I can't just keep texting. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
But I'm gonna say to you, like, I don't carry a gun because I don't got gun beef no more. I don't got gun problems.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I used to be in a state of mind where I had gun problems, meaning like you said, I was hot. I'm hot. Yo, somebody say something, I got to go to the heat. Yo, you want to go there? Like, because I had it. But I realized, like, if I don't carry this with me, I don't got that energy on my chest either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not carrying the energy where it's like, is it going to go to this? Do I got to go to my gun? Well, if I ain't got it with me, then it's never in my mind to go to my gun. So my move is always to back away. You know what I mean? When I see somebody that is engaging me and they are tripping, I don't engage at all. So 100% of not engaging is I don't even listen to this. I'm not even going to stand here and listen.
Okay.
I'm not. As soon as you say, "Yo, nigga, what's wrong with you?" Oh, I'm out. That's my cue. Exit stage left. I can leave this situation 100,000%. Whatever it is, wherever I am, I'm in the grocery store. I'm in my. I could pull off. I could drive my car and get the fuck away from this. So, if I ever get to a point where I need a gun, that means I'm engaging. That means I want to pull my gun because I stayed here and pulled my gun.
Right.
I could have drove the fuck off. I could have ran. I am not afraid of running.
Right.
Because I don't got no pride against my life. You feel me? Like,
absolutely. You know, a lot of people that have, be sitting down somewhere and be like, look, man, if I probably sat down for a second and thought. And one of the biggest things I always tell kids, before you do something, just think. And if you got to think twice about doing it, don't do it. And a lot of times, if people just don't spend a second or two just thinking, or even take consideration of the impact of your decision. I appreciate, like you said, in regards to, not having a gun. Now, let me say this. I'm a former veteran, trained on damn near every weapon in the U.S. Army, played out, and everything. So I never tell anybody, you don't necessarily, you don't have the right to have a gun and stuff like that. So I don't get into that. But just like you said, sometimes when you have certain things on you, it can cause a thought process of sometimes initiating, responding differently than whereas when you don't have anything, like you just said, I got to think for a second. I'm using my most important weapon, my mind.
Right.
And at the end of the day, because the gun going to be on a more reactionary level.
Right.
Exactly. So what you mentioned earlier, Lab, like I say, it's a threat. I got to defend myself.
Right.
But did I even have to defend myself? Because a lot of times that's what happens so many times. That mind is not taking consideration. And that's why, the whole point of this show, avoiding that stuff before it starts. Because, again, I can control my behavior.
Right.
I can't control your reaction.
Right. And that's why I'm agreeing with Ramadan because he's right because that's why I had to stop carrying mine because I was so like, man, what the hell is going? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he ain't tripping. Like, so I stopped carrying mine and that gave me a calmer head. You get what I'm saying? Like, it gave me I ain't worried about this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? He finna do 102 miles an hour and have an accident somewhere. Like, he just driving stupid for no reason, get over another lane, let him do his thing. You know what I'm saying? But before, he slammed on brakes, I'm going in front of him and I'm slamming on brakes.
Right. Now you crazy too.
Right. Right. Now I'm in the crazy bucket too, Ramadan. Now we all crazy. You want to slam? I'm going to slam.
Wildin'. Now I gotta shoot this nigga because now we bugging.
Right.
We wildin' now.
Right. Exactly. So that's why I stopped doing that because you're right. It gave me a certain amount of testosterone. I was like, oh, it is what it is. You want to slam on brakes? Yep. I'm going to slam on brakes. You want to swerve into my lane? Guess what? I'm swerving into your lane.
Yeah. and it's very, very easy
to
lose your cool. And you be like, whoa. And that's to the point, like we done went back and forth a couple times. And in my mind, where he did respect me. But I forgot about I was in control when I made that decision to react from the get-go. Right. I didn't have to go there.
Right.
And just my reaction to your behavior had thrown me off. And now I really don't have a leg to stand on because I sound like a kid where he said something to me.
Right.
Or he slammed on brakes in front of me. That ain't no law. Law been broke.
Right, because the first thing we doing is we engage in the disrespect.
Right.
If whatever he do, as soon as you respond, you're engaging in disrespect too. So you got it coming. Whatever he do to you back, Well, we in it now, nigga. Me and you is in the game now.
And you have no idea how they're going to react. Mm-hmm. That's the thing about it. You have no idea. You done lost 100%. Total control. You have no idea how they're going to react. I appreciate you calling in, brother.
No doubt, fam. Appreciate you. Love the show, fam.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. But that's what, in lab, be honest with you, man. When we start talking about younger people, from a maturity level, a lot of them don't understand that.
Right.
Because you still, you start thinking about it. They have not seen enough in life to experience to understand how to handle certain situations, and it's more of an emotional thing.
Well, like Ramadan said, it's this. They don't know how to handle. They think a lot of the younger kids think disrespect is everything. Everything that they don't like is disrespect. It don't matter how you talking to them. You can be like, man, don't do that. Man, why you trying to disrespect me? I mean, everything that you know what I'm saying. Everything that that comes across them that they don't like or they think or they don't agree with is definitely disrespect nowadays. They consider it to be. It may not be at all. It's probably not at all. But the sensitivity level is so high now that it is.
Shit, Lab, I only want to limit it to young people.
Older people too.
When we actually go on our phones and everything, shout out to Westside Misfits. I'm talking about. I don't see nothing but grown people fighting in Kroger. They had a damn brawl in Walmart.
Right.
I mean, pushing buggies into a car in the parking lot.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, like, perfect examples of, people just one thing just done went left.
Right.
Like, it didn't even have to go there. And a lot of them videos, I ain't seen no kids.
Okay.
These damn adults.
They're straight adults.
Yeah. I think what happens a lot of times as we get older, we start acquiring things in our life that changes our focus with a lot of things. Family, your children, a job, you get a home, a car, things you care for, and you're like, man, I ain't got time to lose that, Right. And unfortunately, everybody aren't fortunate enough to avoid those kind of things, and they may have made a decision when they were younger that they be paying for later on in life. I seen a video. It was Mano, and I'm gonna do what do you call that? A video in regard to it. He was the rapper Mano. He was talking about the real injustice with somebody sitting in prison 10 years for something that they did, and then the system would release them, and they hadn't required any kind of life skills.
Right.
And anybody know me? I got different views when we start talking about prison incarceration. I think that and I've never been quiet about this. I think certain drug charges, misdemeanors, and all that. Some things things probably they're not necessarily done to another person. You can find the probation the hell out of them. I just don't think the cost to house somebody is makes sense. It's just my personal opinion. A lot of times it costs to the house, feed. They'll come out of prison with a whole new damn set of teeth and all kind of stuff, and everything done, and everything taken care of. I don't think the cost to house them is worth that in a lot of cases.
Okay.
Now, when stuff done to people, the aggravated assault, the rape, the rob, the murder, that's a whole different dynamic.
Right.
But I think it was easy to say that you shouldn't do certain things, how put a person incarcerate them so long, and a lot of times it's another side.
It's another side of the
story.
Another side
right. to it. You know what I'm saying? You shoot my brother, shoot my cousin, shoot my dad and my mom or something like that, rob them or something like that. I don't necessarily know if I'm feel like that,
Right.
Because what we got to understand, and this was a key word that I pulled from that video, and this is what I try to get with young people in general. He said, person shouldn't be held to that kind of standard off a mistake. And a lot of times these aren't mistakes; these are decisions.
Right.
It's a difference.
There's a choice. That was a choice.
A mistake in a decision, right? Like you said, they made that choice.
Right.
A mistake is, I left my keys. Like, damn, man, I ain't mean to. I forgot this paper. That's a mistake. Oh, I did put the wrong number in. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. I'm doing somebody's taxes. I transpose some numbers. Damn, man, I'm sorry. Whatever. A decision is when I padding up that tax return so you get a bigger refund.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I knew what I was doing consciously. I might not necessarily know the ramifications of it. I might didn't necessarily know that, hey, I could have, but I knew what I was doing was wrong. And William sitting over there, like, he that's my fourth son. I would tell my kids, you cannot hope somebody gonna do right when you doing wrong. You can't hope that a person is, saying they're gonna be lenient with you,
right,
or have empathy for you when you doing something you're supposed to be doing,
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying. So you stealing out the store, and the teller shoot you. You know what I'm saying. You go breaking in somebody's house and they kill you, and man, they didn't have to kill my boy. They ain't had to do this. They did all that stuff. Like, when you doing wrong, you can't really legislate. Now you just innocent, ain't done that to nobody. That's a whole different dynamic.
You walking down the street, something happened.
Yeah,
you walking from school or you walking from the store and something happened. Yeah, that's a different story.
When you done made decisions,
right?
You gotta take what come along with that. And far too often, I don't think people have them conversations with their children, even younger people. Like, look, man, hey, look, this ain't
right.
This ain't gonna get handled the way you just
the way you think it is. Yeah, right.
And a lot of that time comes because parents or OGs, we pat folks on the hand too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On the butt, like, hey, look, all right, man, you need to chill out. Like, look, man, that ain't how life gonna handle it, And
life gonna handle with the old rules like the old teachers used to do and hit them knuckles.
Yeah. And far too often you get in a situation where we know it's like when our children are younger, we have total control on things. School call, we can, spank them, put them on punishment or whatever. And as they get older, we got less control of how we can discipline them.
How we can discipline.
Now the system got you.
Right.
And we can't do nothing.
Right.
And unfortunately, that happens far too often. But we have a situation where we seen this past weekend at the 7-on-7. That was a classic point. Man, I ain't even, whatever. I can't even get into that.
It was more of, what do you think about it? It was more of, we don't know how long it happened to escalate, man. F you. Whatever, man. F you back. And then it just went on and on and on and on and on. And then it just escalated. Like, how when when we was younger, I want to say younger, because I ain't really had that kind of fight, but you like, man, fuck what you talking about. I ain't got time for all that. And you start walking around, he like, man, fuck you, what you gonna do? Then he like, man, please. It's just a certain way it could just go left real quick.
Stuff like that happen every week.
You get what I'm saying?
Man, you go to any park, Little League football tournament game. I coached all them years. Cats knew me like I ain't. They going in. They going in my ear, going out the other.
Right.
I ain't got time to engage in that. Hey, ref, look at man. I ain't finna. Hey, ref, you gonna say something to him? Because I'm not finna get into that.
Right.
It ain't. I leave off that field. I got money to make.
Right.
Pooch ain't got time for that.
This volunteer work.
I'm volunteering. I love doing what I'm doing, but I ain't finna, what I'm saying, like
I'm
that.
To lose my livelihood for this.
Like, man, I done had a child play on TV, play in the SEC. I done had all that stuff. Right. I'm not on no pipe dream. And when I was going through that stuff when he was little, I wasn't into that stuff either. So that one, like, look, man, these kids.
Right.
And I love seeing my children have success.
Right.
I love seeing other children have success. I love dealing with children, molding the youth. But hey, man, look, this just a game. Right? This just a game. I go to these schools. I go to at least 2 schools a month. Been doing that for the past 7 years. Right? At least.
Right.
And these kids can't read.
Yeah.
These kids can't read, lad.
Yeah.
This shit is real. Look, man, I'm being serious.
I know they.
I'm sitting here looking at that, and I think there are a lot more things to be focused on. You know, I ain't tripping. Like I said, I done had a kid. I understand. I love sports. I love football, but I understand that I love life and those kind of things. Because we talk to the young men. And they will say, hey, what should say is, we always, kind of, the 100 will say, state your name, what grade, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you see the kids say something like, I want to be a pro football player. And I understand, like, that's something probably, if you make it to that point, and I'm not going to be negative, but if you make it to that point, it could be over when you 25, 27 years old. Just say you make it to that point. That's not a career. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And yet, you want people to think. Because I'm not the one to cut nobody's dreams, but I'm realistic about it.
They think of it as a career because of the amount of money you make so quickly, so fast. They don't think of it as a. That's why they think of it as a career. They don't think of the 9-to-5 grind as a career. They think of that as a lane.
Or exposure.
Yeah.
Or exposure. Like they don't know anything past it, and people that they OGs and family members, they don't know anything past it. Like that's the pinnacle.
Right.
Right. When you got exposure. you'll know like, hey, just like I can say that because I've been exposed, right? If you don't know, you don't know, right? You sit here and say that because some people can be glad with being a supervisor,
right?
But it's like 3 or 4, 5, 6 levels above that you can attain, but you cool with just that because your vantage point that you've been looking, you don't know anything past that. You know that makes sense.
Slick say, look at the girls' basketball game. Yeah.
What about girl basketball?
I don't know what about the girls' basketball game. Then she said, look at my little cousin's life turn. Yeah, her little cousin's life turned from an accident. You know, just driving, got in an accident. The person in the back seat didn't make it. So
really?
Now,
I'm sorry to hear that.
So now 2 lives probably gonna be ruined.
That's recently.
Yeah, last year.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
Cousin didn't die, but the friend of his did.
Yeah, it's it be unfortunate. Like I said again, a lot of times we really don't get it because me and you, we two adults, we all get to arguing or something like that. Hell, I didn't know you had a damn weak heart. You have a heart attack or something like that. You don't know what and I'm serious about. You don't know what an overzealous DA or whatever this that they bring up charges, attempt murder or whatever.
Right.
Because I pushed you and you had a heart attack.
Right. That happens though.
Yeah. Hell yeah, it happens.
That happens.
Hell yeah, it happens. Especially you talking about.
Or you push me and I hit my head on the edge of the table.
Exactly. You talking about 2 40, 50-year-old men out there arguing, and we ain't been taking our blood pressure medicine and shit.
We on the front porch arguing. You push me, I slip because I got on little slippers, and then one of my slippers come loose. Come from up under me, and I hit my head on the step.
Hey, them Crocs ain't meant to boxing.
Right.
They're boxing your damn Crocs.
Right. And I hit my head on the step, and they're just from a little push.
Shit, man. Right. And stuff like that happens all the time, man. And like I said, when I was listening to the brothers responding, the guys on the incident, no, I'm pretty sure they're great guys. Mm-hmm. But I just would, I as an OG, I probably would have been like, look, man, get you a good PR to kind of like, look, we'll put a statement out. Hey, it's unfortunate what happened. Let's circle back in a couple. We'll circle back in a couple of days, and then maybe become something a little bit more formal. But I didn't think the way to handle that was, because the brothers did apologize. They did apologize. I heard them, and I do believe that all sides involved probably regretful of what happened.
Right.
But the thing I probably would have handled it different would be like, look, man, we'll just come back later and just, more so
let it die down. Right.
Let it die down and to turn around and do this.
Right.
He did this and they did this and that.
Right.
Because I guess I was looking at Stephen A. Smith, ESPN, all these, well, Cam did this for community and all this other kind of stuff. I don't think they had nothing to do with somebody worried about, trying to, insult him because he was a former player. I don't think it had nothing to do with it.
What is 7 versus 7?
It's just like skeleton football. Like instead of they use like what we call like a passing count. So you don't have the lineman in there. So they get 3 to 4 seconds to get a pass off. Just kind of work your skill, guys.
Okay.
And they have tournaments and stuff like that where they go around.
So.
Yeah, that's all it was. Just so you may have teams set up. T had a team, and they just go and they do tournaments where they just compete. And it's a great way for teams to work on camaraderie, a lot of get experience with seeing certain things and just work on your different plays and stuff like that. So it's a great way to be around other people that you don't see because you at practice you see the same people, know how they are. They around other people and just adjusting what they do. So I think it is good. I just think that the atmosphere. Like I said, I know how that is. What's up, Dante?
But that's like when you bust playing basketball at the park and you talking crap then, like, you know what I'm saying? Get him out of your scene, White Man Can't Jump. Mm-hmm. How they talk crap on the court, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, we go to the damn park in Atlanta.
Right.
And you gonna see the same thing. And I'm talking about cussing this, that, and that. Now, here's the deal. You got 2 ways you can look at it.
Right.
Growing up in them kind of atmosphere, I think it made me very mentally tough.
Right.
Mentally tough. What's up, man? I see my army roommate, Dante Johnson, man. What's up, Tay? That's my dog.
Well, Slick, you ain't say that cuz you got 2,000 cousins. I don't know. But she had a cousin that was gonna go pro. And messed up his knee or something, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I told you about him. You said you knew him.
Oh.
Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know who heard. I just hadn't seen him.
I don't know if he heard it. He heard his name a while back, but he just ain't. He didn't get picked.
Yeah, and that happens.
Yeah.
That stuff like that happens. But again, that's
Right.
it's a very very violent sport, and you know already that you got to kind of put your head in a certain place to play football.
Mm-hmm.
You can play competitive basketball, baseball, whatever, but you got to know, like, look, man, look, I can get where I'm so damn focused on arguing back and forth with you. I been forgot what the hell was going on.
Mm-hmm.
We had that run at North Henry.
Mm-hmm.
We won 7-2 straight games. The head coach was a white guy.
Okay.
Dan, shout out Dan Kerr, man. I love Dan. I learned a lot from Dan. But one thing about it, Dan was a white coach.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't scared of. He was a former Marine. He wasn't scared of people.
Okay.
So he going to the Abyss every week. We playing Gresham. We going to any park.
Any
You
part.
know, any park. We go to anywhere in Atlanta. We're going to Clayco. We're going to Cab.
Uh-huh.
And everybody, man, North Henry got that old crazy white coach.
Uh-huh.
This back in 2007, 8.
Uh-huh.
They got that old crazy white coach. And Dan, he would wear. It wasn't no. You say something to him, whatever. Come kick my ass. Come do this. Come do that. He was a big dude,
Right.
and nobody would ever do it. I've seen some of the best coaches, totally lose it, cause they were so concerned about kicking Dan's ass. And before you know it, we up 30 points.
Right.
Because
They not coaching.
and he knew that.
They study arguing with him.
Dan knew that.
Right.
He knew that.
Got
He-
totally off their game.
Totally off. He got the damn referee cussing at him. Because they didn't want that white man talking to him, whatever.
Right, right.
He never cursed.
Right.
Never cursed. Never said anything derogatory, whatever. We just, that's just how he was. But he
Right.
wasn't, come kick my ass. We'll do it then.
Right, right.
You know what? And they would just be so, hey, this, that, and mother, this, that. I've seen, like I said, some of the best coaches lose it.
Yeah.
Because they was so focused on,
Damn.
Dan. Man, we went through everybody
Got 'em
because
all
of
out
that.
there
And he knew that. He knew
He
that.
knew what he was doing.
And you know what happens? Here's the key. When as the head coach, when I go crazy, who going crazy behind me?
Your team.
My players,
Because they want to make sure your coat look good.
my parents.
Right.
Well, not look good, but it's just I'm frantic. I done lost. If I'm cool, they cool.
Right, right.
If I keep it professional, they gonna keep professional.
Right.
My kids and my parents.
Right.
They cheating. Da 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 da. You see, like at the games, I had 2 kids that were referees. People say all the time, referees cheating, referees cheating. My referees are really. Have referees cheated before? Yeah, it happens.
Right.
The vast majority of them don't cheat. They might miss a call. They might not know what the hell they doing.
Right.
But intentionally cheat. No, man, they just gotta. Hey, we working at this week? We working there? They just trying to make them look that money
Sometimes
and go
you can't
home.
see the whole field like that. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. They might make a mistake or miss a call,
Right.
but intentionally cheat. No,
Right.
But people lose it. Want to do this? Want to do that? No, and that's what I'm saying. Like when you see in life, man. In life, man, you have so much stuff going on, so much responsibilities. You gotta be very, very careful of your triggers.
mm-hmm.
Like I said, I know mines. I ain't finna get engaged in that.
At all.
And I feel bad. I remember it was years ago when I was on the field, one of my other coaches, he just took his son out of the game. And I done damn lost it. What the you doing? Cussing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so bad. I appreciate, he was a G like me. That Monday we seen each other. Yeah, hey man, what going on? Talk. We ain't even apologize to each other. We
Right.
just kept it moving.
Uh-huh.
Because, I went tender skin, he went tender skin, he played ball, and we had to keep it moving. I was going to be able to be lucky to have them kind of situations.
Right, that's true.
Because now all that kind of stuff, folks want to go left and everything.
Always going left.
Yeah. And I love them to death, man. But that was one of them times like, damn, I felt bad because I lost my cool in public.
Right.
I don't like doing
That's
that.
out your character.
Absolutely.
Out
absolutely.
your character.
Absolutely.
But people can snatch out your character real easy.
People can't snatch out your character. You control your character.
No,
Lab.
Poochie.
Lab.
No, Poochie. You got your character. You checking your character, and they keep
Lad, let me tell you
flicking
something.
your character on the back of the ear.
Now, they can be the cause of your reaction.
Right.
But they can't make me do it. Lab, look at me. I just went through a whole damn divorce. When I beep, 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 beep,
Right.
beep, 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 she's a beep, 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 lost my stuff.
But she brought you out your character.
Yeah, but I chose to react that way. Mm-hmm. And as time got older, as went on, and cause that behavior ain't changed.
Right.
I ain't boop. All right, man, just let it be.
Well, you sorry, say, they trying to play me.
Well, that's the thing about it. A lot of times when people know your triggers and when they can do it, they'll do that, right? Mm-hmm. But that's why I say you got to be careful with yourself. Like, nah, I ain't finna gauge in that.
Right.
I ain't finna do that because you got something to lose. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I know how when I'm going through that divorce, I'm sitting there here, y'all like, man, that was me.
Right.
The easiest thing to say that, then how fast forward and I go through it,
mm-hmm.
Now I don't pay no attention.
Now you don't have no, you don't care nothing about it.
So at the end of the day, who still can control the Poochie? Poochie was. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it, but I'm still going to be in control of it.
So they say I was going to fight at my daddy's funeral only because I didn't get to kiss him before the casket closed. She was upset she didn't get to kiss before the casket closed, so she was going to fight at the funeral.
Oh. Well, that ain't old girl cutting up in that lobby. Old girl cutting up in that lobby.
Yeah.
That lady left and came back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
But yeah,
But that's the thing about that, and I appreciate you sharing that, Rick. But that's the thing about it, like I said, you can feel a certain way, mm-hmm. And again, was I upset? Some of the things that were said about me when I went through my divorce, mm-hmm. Absolutely. But like I said, time had to go around okay, cool with that. But I still wouldn't have been any more justified by a certain reaction.
Right.
Because of that.
Right.
Because of that. Because if I'd have did something that had a bad consequence, mm-hmm. Who gonna listen to me? Well, they said this about me. Right. They did it. Who would listen to me?
Who gonna care?
Now, if somebody understood.
Right.
But at the end of the day, what you did is what you did.
Right.
How many times we see people do crimes of passion?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Road rage.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? People that know me, I had a little cousin just 2 weeks ago, mm-hmm. killed himself and killed his daughter's mother.
Right.
Now I don't know exactly what it was that started everything.
Right.
But whatever the hell it was, and I miss my cousin. He killed the girl, mm-hmm. and then turned and killed himself. And this is a cousin I'm close to.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Now again, I don't know. And what I don't know, be very honest with you, if he had mental health stuff going on, this, that, and that, I don't know.
Right.
But just take that out of the equation. I think that's the easiest thing for anybody to say, like, well, that's probably this, that, and that. But at the end of the day, there's no excuse for the behavior.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, when we know there are triggers, mm-hmm. we know we got triggers. You got to be very, very conscious to protect yourself mm-hmm. with certain things. You know what I'm saying?
I used to be really good at just being calm. It seems like as I got older, like I used to be real patient, but as I got older, I wasn't trying to hear that shit. Like, real deal. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like,
so you become more impatient as you got older.
I used to be calm. I used to be a calm person. Like,
damn, lad, I thought you still calm.
I'm pretty calm now, but I used to be calmer. Like, it used to be nothing that really got under my skin. Like, I used to let stuff slide a lot.
Yeah.
But as I got older, as a boy I get older, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I've been through divorce and all the other stuff, and just the pain and the stress of that whole thing. But I used to be a calm person. Like, you could say some shit to me, I'd be like, man, whatever. And I'm walking away. I'm good. It ain't no biggie. That's your problem.
But life ain't gonna accommodate us having stress. Life ain't gonna accommodate us having sorrow. Life ain't gonna accommodate that, right? You know what I'm saying? It just ain't gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So that's why we still gotta be protective of it. And that's why I'm and that was like I said, the whole Brahma we having this show, man. Like, understanding, like, look, man, you gotta protect you.
Right.
You gotta protect you.
Right.
Because if you don't protect you, nobody else is.
Right. And I try to be calm. I mean, I'm getting back there. I'm getting back to where I can just like let stuff just roll off my back. Cause it's like I'm trying to enjoy my last few summers, man. I ain't got time to be dancing on the beach with you, your stupidness. You know what I'm saying? Like, Queen Northfleet, you know what that is? Kiana Northfleet. She said, "Hey, Pooch.
What's up, lady? How you doing?" Appreciate you tuning in.
I'm getting better at it. You know, because I guess now, like you said, I'm an old man now. I'm 53. So all I see now is just me just trying to enjoy my last summer. So I ain't got time to be arguing with nobody or getting all upset about stuff. But I am gonna protect myself and my family regardless. That's gonna be always the way.
Yeah, the thing of it is, like, and that's why the stuff we don't know.
Right.
How somebody going? You don't know.
You don't know.
But when you know you, and
Even
the whole
if-
thing of protecting
Even
you.
if I don't react, I still don't know how that person's gonna react.
What do you
if
mean?
I don't engage, that's what I was trying to explain to y'all earlier.
You talking like somebody antagonizing if you don't say nothing.
Like if I'm walking, it's hard to explain. It's a mad world.
Yeah.
You get what
Well,
I'm
you know,
saying?
hey, you know me. I always say, hey, don't poke the bell.
Right.
Don't poke the bell, cause you don't know how the bell. You don't know how the bell gonna act.
Right.
You don't poke the bell.
Right.
But and my grandma told me at an early age, she told me early, put you in the altar, better turn the other cheek.
Right.
So I'm not tripping about that. I understand that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that. I ain't no damn kumbaya, hey, non-violent. No, I ain't saying
Right.
that. But I am saying that sometimes we know we can't have a logical conversation with a fool.
Okay.
We can't persuade somebody who's not even willing to listen.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
like,
get what you're saying.
You know, that's the thing about it. We all know, you might not know initially going to a conversation if a person gonna be receptive to having a conversation, but you probably know a little bit into it, like, man, this ain't gonna happen. This ain't gonna happen. This ain't gonna. Even what we're talking about now, everybody's not looking at it the way I see it. Like, no, hell no. You say something to me, I gotta say something back.
Thelma Park said, "Hey, Poochie.
What's up, cuz? What's going on?
Oh, your cousin ain't Thelma.
Yeah, my cousin
The
T.
love of my life was named Thelma.
Love your life.
Back in Chicago, now she gonna love my life.
What's up, T?
Smitten with her.
Yeah, my cousin T.
Spelled just like that too.
Yeah, man, that's thing. We gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, protect yourself with all that though, like. And I tried my best to provide.
Ms. Northfleet said that and some things happen that cause your perspectives to change and make you realize you need more patience.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm reading from a distance, so I apologize.
Lab going like you need a speaking spell.
I know,
right?
I only got like 2 or 3 degrees, but I can't read from a distance. I need my glasses.
But you know, just to Kiana's point, a lot of it just be like I said, what we talked about earlier, just having experience in life.
Right.
To understand like something, as you get older and more mature, we understand like, certain things don't need a reception.
Right.
Certain things don't really, like, hey, I'm wasting energy talking to certain things. It ain't gonna come out of that. It ain't gonna come out of that. And me and my dog Pate, we be talking all the time, and I always catch him. I said, bro, he'll catch me sometime. But most times I say to him, dog, why you have a conversation with nobody? You have a conversation with somebody that they ain't even process what you saying.
It was
like you had to have that intellectual conversation with somebody ain't not one bit of intellect
right.
in their damn body, and no matter what you say, they not even gonna understand. Like you get what I'm saying?
It was my ex-wife uncle. He used to always say, "The more I teach you, the dumber I get." He used to always say that. The more I talk to you, the dumber I get.
That's just like my ex-father-in-law, man. Always. You know every damn thing, but didn't know shit.
Right.
And used to always just sit there and talk. You like, the fuck you talk? You know what I mean? Right. But I had to learn. Young Poochie would get pissed off when he would say stuff to me. As I got older, like, why you talking that damn man?
Right.
Man, know what the hell he talking about?
Right.
Shout out to Terry Ferguson, dumbass.
So why you even engage?
Why the hell you talking to him?
And why you let him get you upset?
Yeah, but for real. But I had, again. 22-year-old Poochie.
Right.
Was different from 42-year-old Poochie, right?
And as we grow, we experience things and realize that some things are just not that important.
And the key thing is, not only do you mature and learn from that, but you take that time to also share it with younger people. Now, you don't know if people are going to be receptive and listen to you. You don't know that. Like I said, go back, you don't control yourself. But share that, hey, young blood, hey, that ain't how you do that, this, that, and that. If they listen to you, cool. They don't listen to you, at least you got that out there. You know what I mean? And that's one of the biggest things I wanted to kind of spread with people in regards to avoiding conflict before something started.
Right.
My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's not going to fix something that's going to have a permanent impact.
A long-lasting consequence.
Yeah. Apologize don't get you out of that.
Slick says, I don't know. I don't argue or none of that. I'm a 1 to 10 type person. I'm shell-shocked, too, so lab helps me to have a cooler head.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And that's good when you got people that be in your life that can offer balance and help you out and all that kind of stuff. That's great. But everybody ain't lucky to have a lab.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it, is especially when we're younger, we definitely don't necessarily have certain things in place.
And a lot of times, adults, I would say young people, adults are guilty of it too. We don't think of the consequences of our actions. Well, especially when we are angry or we are mad, we think somebody disrespecting us, we think somebody trying us. We don't think about, well, if I do this, what's about to happen? What's going to happen afterward? Because there's always an after. You know what I'm saying? It's always an after. It's always every action, there's going to be a reaction.
How many people ride down Sprayway? How the hell I'm paying my wife out? I got fired from my job.
Right.
Cuss the supervisor out.
Right.
How in the hell? No, I got a car note due. No, we got a mortgage.
Right.
And I done cussed the damn supervisor.
We just had a baby.
And she just said last night, don't say nothing back to that man. But I had to say something back to him because he kept messing with me. Because I had to say something to him because that. But you just got to be smart not to put yourself in certain situations. It is easier said than done. But you got at some point just got to be able to practice on it. Somebody said something?
Yeah.
Kiana,
Kiana says that it's not what you say, it's what you do. Your action speaks louder than words. If you're sorry, if you say sorry, be sorry. Act sorry.
But the issue come over there. That's a great point. I appreciate it, Keon. Is again, after it's done, and you might truly be sorry, but sorry might not can't fix it.
Right.
We might can't come back from that.
It might be past the point of sorry.
Yeah. Like I said, you don't
that happens.
You don't cuss supervisor out. You didn't show up for the meeting. You didn't do this, that. No, you supposed to.
Right. They told you that 2 weeks ago.
I apologize.
Right.
It's too late.
Right.
I know you sorry. I believe.
But this is your fourth meeting that you done missed.
What my granddad used to tell me all the time, like, I'm sorry. Like, I know your ass sorry. Tell me some shit I don't know. Sorry. When my granddad used to say that.
Right.
He said, boy, I know your ass sorry. Tell me some shit I don't know.
Right.
He said all the time, man. So we got to just that apologize. Just it ain't always going to fix it. And we just got to be careful with that. Got to be careful with that, man. But listen, man, it's been an awesome show, awesome conversation, man. We ain't even go on the script.
Sometimes we don't need
man,
to.
We had a good time.
Right.
That's why I told Laugh before we started, man, let's have some fun.
Right.
Let's have some fun. And I think we did have fun tonight. And I think we had a great conversation. What's up, TNT Bowtie? Appreciate you tuning in. I think we had a great Jack and Jilly tuned in. TFA. What's up, T? My son came in. I think we had a great conversation, and I hope we enlightened everybody from my perspective in regards to avoiding conflict before it starts.
That's right.
Because it's one thing to say, look, I handled it this way, handled it that way, because what we don't know, like this situation happened this weekend.
Right.
We don't know how far that stuff gonna get pushed.
Could have got.
Charges may come up, or somebody sue this, that,
right.
and that. Be like, look, man, sometimes we ain't got time for that.
Right.
We can't always just justify.
We gotta look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, we can't always justify a reaction. And sometimes we just got like, hey, man, let me own this, man. I shouldn't even gotten that particular spot.
What the Greek philosopher Seneca says in his book, before you respond, take 10 seconds to breathe.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go, man. And the great philosopher Deontay Burton said it again. If you gotta think about something, stop for a minute. If you gotta think twice, just don't do it.
That's right.
Free game.
That's right.
Free game.
Kiana.
I'm
sorry, Kiana. I'm sorry. I'm saying sorry because I'm really sorry to mispronounce your name like that, but she said she really enjoyed your show.
I appreciate you tuning in, lady. I appreciate you tuning in. My roommate Dante Johnson said, absolutely think before you speak, man. I appreciate the engagement we had tonight, man. Even with the callers calling in, everybody with the chat. I appreciate everybody, because I thought it was a great conversation, and I think it's overdue and we don't talk about it enough.
That's right.
Especially what I say, a lot of times we see so many things that we talk about our youth doing and everything. This ain't necessarily something that's just limited to our youth.
Right.
We got a lot of adults. What we seen this weekend when
youth and all,
we're doing it. So definitely, man, the more you can practice it, just avoid situations.
That's right.
Be very aware of your triggers and protect yourself. Protect yourself. Because like I said, once something is done, we don't know if the shit you can come back from.
And yourself is your future.
Absolutely.
Your family, your kids, or whatever you may have going on, your business, your job, yourself is all that entail, because when something happens to where you get taken out of that situation, where you get taken out or you get put in jail, you ain't got none of that.
You see, man, you know what? Just had me thinking too. What was the guy? Matt Barnes got fired from the NBA player got All the Smoke podcast this weekend. It was the weekend or last week. He got fired from he was an analyst for the Sacramento Kings because he at one of the kids' AAU games. He came down, was arguing with a ref, and the kid that was on the scoreboard. I mean, he was being disrespectful, like I think sit your A down or whatever, get in the stands. And he went over there and said something to the kid. I think put his hand on the kid, not hit him, but put his hand like who you talk to, whatever. And was the kid wrong for talk to him like that? Absolutely.
Right.
But if you just sat your ass in the stands,
right,
and not walk down there and say something to the ref,
right.
Now again, your behavior,
right.
That kid said something disrespectful. You the man. You right. Say something to the kid, but you should have stayed your ass in the stand.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm
saying?
saying?
So he said something to the ref about the kid.
You fuss with the ref about a call. The kid on the damn at the table,
score table,
on tell him sit your ass, whatever. Cause he went over there and said something to the kid. Then put his hand on the kid's shoulder. Cause the kid being disrespectful to him, whatever. But he shouldn't have did that.
Oh, so the kid trying to say he threatened him.
The kid ain't saying that. But hell, the kid. I mean, the kid. I'm pretty sure like everybody heard what he said to the kid.
Right.
But you shouldn't have went out there and put your hand on the kid. You shouldn't have walked your ass down there anyway, saying something to the ref. You put yourself in a position for somebody to affect your trigger.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. There you go.
Be smart.
There you go.
Be smart, and you got. And at the end of the day, and I'm pretty sure that brother probably know that. I'm pretty sure he probably know that. But those kind of things, we gotta be very, very careful. Again, to protect ourselves and be aware of our triggers. You know what I'm saying?
That's
gotta
right.
be very careful of that. Be very careful.
Kiana says the more you feed your emotions, the less you use your intellect. I like the fact you said breathe before you speak. Give your mind a chance to reflect using your intellect and suppress your emotions. Love it.
Thank you, lady. I appreciate that.
All right.
Such a deal.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you tuning in and commenting. We loved it.
Hey, man, thanks, everybody. But listen, guys, there's been Changing Lives hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton. Make sure you go by the YouTube channel. Again, that's Changing Lives, hosted by Deontay Burton. You'll see the blue man icon. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get a notification each time we upload a new video. We'll be back in the mix with Mr. Short Dollar next week. Been an awesome February, awesome Black History Month. Again, thanks again for all the love and support, guys. Love you all. Take care. Be safe, and I'll talk with you soon.